Hey YouTube, how's it going? Lawler here. Going to be covering for you guys what is a pretty exciting announcement that we had to hold off a little bit for, just because there was more details that were going to be coming. But now that all the details are released, we can get into it. As you guys know, last week, Wednesday, we announced the Apex $10,000 LAN that Lethamir and myself are putting on. But we're not the only ones. There is actually a plethora of off-season tournaments that I've had to keep my mouth shut about and allude to in my videos. But we've got the full list detailed now and some more in addition. For those that don't know, we've been talking about how some of these off-season tournaments, like when they put out the 1v1 and the 2v2 and all those types of things, how important it is to make sure that people go and support it. Because if they do go and support it, that means more tournaments will happen. If people sign up, if people show interest, if people show, hey, we are interested in these things, maybe they'll do more of them. And that's honestly exactly what happened, which is really, really good for us. So they put out a blog post saying, hey, the 2024 offseason is here. What's going to be going down? What can you look forward to? The first thing they say is, yo, congratulations to the world champs. The guys did it. Monkey Moon Exotic and Draw League, congratulations. Yes, we're focused on coming back in 2025, but we don't want to slow down. We want to do a bunch of other things. And the way we're doing this is we're doing a bunch of first-party offerings and partnering with several well-known community organizers to offer more Rocket League tournaments from October to December all over the world. The first thing announced is CRL. As you guys know, the CRL team is coming back. They've been going through some pretty weird changes with different production teams and all the frustrations with layoffs, but they will be back for the fall semester, which is cool. They started on October 5th. They're in the heart of it. Some people that are community casters that I'm big friends of and fans of have gotten some call-ups to the mainstream, which I'm very excited for those guys like Bass and Taco and Vaudable and everybody else involved. I think it's awesome to see that. They also have more open league stuff going during the offseason. The thing I just alluded to, hey, if you guys sign up for these offseason tournaments, the weird stuff that you guys don't really normally see, the 1v1s, the Rumble tournaments, stuff like that, if you guys sign up and play in these things, more will happen. But you have to sign up and play. You have to show your support. And because you guys did, you're getting another $435,000 worth of tournaments. There will be a 1v1 tournament, a 3v3 standard tournament, and a 2v2 hoops tournament. Last time it was 3v3 Rumble. Now 2v2 is getting something different, which is awesome. I'm glad to see that they are experimenting and providing other tournaments for people to play in that aren't just 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3 straight up. They're experimenting and trying different things. So if you are a big hoops fan, which I know there is hoops discords like crazy, go sign up for the 2v2 event and go compete in it. There's a lot of money to be earned. Pay attention to Start GG, which is where everything is hosted, for more links to those. Okay. They also talk about for the community tournaments featuring Rocket League. All of these featured tournaments will have prize pools officially supported by Epic. These are going to be assisting with some operational costs. We're going to be doing a lot of things. So again, Epic is making it very clear, hey, we are doing everything we can to make this stuff happen. And I know a lot of people are going to give credit elsewhere for like Salt Mine and stuff like that. But like, legitimately, it is Epic being the reason these things exist. Obviously, we had to come in with a proposal. We had to say, hey, this is our vision. This is our idea. And then they have to go back to the drawing board and be like, do we think this fulfills something that is unique and different? And then they gave us approval and we go from there. The first one, like I alluded to, is Salt Mine 4. Johnny Boy and the crew from Chalked are going to be doing a 1v1 tournament, 2 separate tournaments. It's their 4th iteration. They're going to feature 5 double elimination qualifiers, and it's going to end in a main event final for each region. Again, all the details in this post will be in the description down below if you want to go to it, and then you can go follow along to make it easy. Another one is going to be put on by Rizzo and JamesBot. Rizzo and JamesBot are going to be putting on what's called the Club Dub, which is going to be a 3v3 standard tournament where they are pairing RLCS teams at the highest level against teams that are up and coming, ones that have potential, ones that may not get those opportunities. They are also going to be doing in the finale. So there's going to be 4 creators with tournament winners that are facing off for each other. I'm very interested to see on how this one develops. I'm curious on what their intentions are or how they're going to approach it with the creator side of things, because at the end of the day, we're trying to always do fair and balanced tournaments. And when you get creators involved, they're not necessarily pros. So we'll see how that one plays out. The one that's going on right now, and this one is going to be happening on Friday. So when you guys watch this video on Friday, the 25th, there is going to be the Flip and Spin Grand Finals. It is going to be 2 semifinal matches and 1 final match at Paris Games Week convention. That will be in person. I will be there as well with Super Ole. We will be competing against Vitality in our first match. Very excited to see the guys in person and hang out. It's gonna be a lot of travel for me for not a lot of time, but we power through. It'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be going on. That one's for, I think, $10,000 as well. But that is going on. That's a 3v3. That's been existing over the last month. You guys should see the qualifiers. I've talked about it a lot. Next, we got Playversus, which is high schoolers. They are going to be doing stuff from October 11th to the 19th. Their event should actually have wrapped up this past weekend. If you guys didn't get to check that out, but cool opportunity, just something a little bit different to support all ages and different scenes and different demographics in the space, which is pretty cool. So opportunity for them. There's then ours, the Apex, which you guys should already see in all the details. If you guys haven't seen the details on the Apex announcement trailer and everything else, you can go check out that video that I put out last Wednesday. Or if you check out my Twitter, links in the description down below. You can also see the announcement trailer that we have posted with all the details and everything being provided. You also have a link to the Start GG page if you need to go find that too. So that one, open sign up. Anybody can play. If you guys are interested in doing it, as long as you are 15 and you are in good standing with Epic, you can sign up and play. I don't care if you're PC, Switch, console, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox. You can sign up and try to be one of the players that goes and competes and then gets invited to a LAN. The in-person LAN will be in Canada. Very Beyond the Summit type vibes. In-person event type style of like, we're going to do fun, goofy IRL stuff, but we're also going to have a Rocket League tournament with custom maps. We just found out some more information about a thing we're doing that I'm very excited about. I will keep releasing as many details as I can once we get final approval with our entire team. The next one is Rival Rush. These are going to be a 3v3 best of 7 in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. There's 7 different divisions, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of opportunity where with all those different divisions, a bunch of teams can sign up based upon skill levels. The top division is going to be professional play with invited teams, and then all the other ones are going to only play in 1 split versus 2 splits, which is pretty cool. They're going to play in a round robin format. A lot of different stuff there. Make sure you guys go check out their stuff. There is also a game, the Predator Games Season 2, which is an offline final in January. So to start the year, they're going to have an offline final in Poland, it looks like, which is pretty cool. 3v3 online competition for secondary and primary school players looking to qualify for a LAN competition. So a lot of people are worried about January 2025 being the start of RLCS. Well, these are younger kids, so less to worry about as well. And most likely unlikely pros. But they're saying there's $20,000 for each tournament, which is pretty crazy. A lot of money. There's then the Allstars. If you guys do not know, the Radiant crew, all-women crew for production. They've been putting on a bunch of different events. They've had 2 already. This is the 3rd and final one. This is the creme de la creme. It's the #1. It's the best players doing the stuff. Always a super fun tournament that I've actually had the pleasure of being involved in the past with women's carball. But it's going to be an 8-team double elimination bracket. BO5s until the lower bracket finals and grand finals, which will then be best of 7s. This is for EU and NA, and it will be going down the first week of November. Pretty dope stuff there. We then have Shift Summer League updates, which is something that I've talked about a little bit, but even though Epic is not financially responsible or obligated to handle anything, what is really cool is basically Epic sat down and had the decision of saying, you know what happened with Oxygen and Shift is really unfortunate. The fact that we were going to get into the playoffs and the Kraft family decided to pull the plug on Oxygen, and we don't have the playoffs, all the production that was supposed to be compensated, all the players that made it to the playoffs, all that promise is gone. You guys don't get anything. Epic decided to step in and say, we'll take care of it, which is a massive W. I think that is so awesome of them. It is something that they don't have to do, but that is something that, while it is no positive net game, obviously it's a PR W. It doesn't do anything for their pocketbook. But I think it's a very cool incentive that they put in and applied. So I think that's awesome. And then the last one is obviously the FIFA E World Cup. As you guys know, regions competing. But there's been a lot of drama around FIFA E. I can tell you that there has been open qualifiers that have been going on for a bunch of the different countries. The one that we found out recently actually has a double side to it. Not only is there open qualifiers for the Dutch, which is most likely going to be, we've confirmed that it is Violent Panda, coach of Dignitas, as he is also from the Netherlands, going to be kind of spearheading the program. But I would assume it's like Joris, Oli, and third, whether it's Mike Boy, though, or whoever else. We'll have to wait and see. They're going to have qualifiers to find out who it is. They get invited to a thing in person before they decide. But it also alludes to how big the prize pool is, which is $300,000. So pretty crazy stuff. FIFA E going to be a $300,000 tournament at the beginning of December. Probably during the same time as our tournament, the Apex. But you know what? Bring it on, you guys. Bring it on. With that in mind, the other thing that is kind of bad about FIFA E is there's been a lot of complications about lack of details, what's going on, who's doing what. And unfortunately, again, it was confirmed over in Australia. Brendy ended up putting, if you guys don't know who Brendy is, he does operations for the Chiefs Esports Club. But he said, hey, despite things being announced for Australia having a closed qualifier, he's being told now that it's literally just being chosen due to the tournament organizer missing deadlines. So what was supposed to be a qualifier and trying to build a team and try to put your best foot forward for an opportunity to go and win, all that time, effort, and energy put into drafting and building teams and preparing is useless because now it's just an invite. You even see the coach, LBP, talk about it. He's like, yeah, we put a bunch of offseason prep into this, and it's mishandled to the point where, 8 teams that are put together in a single qualifier now just have nothing. We just have to hope that we get picked. Again, it's not a good look. Continues to be frustrating. I, on good authority, have insight that a lot of premier players, some big name players for their countries, just are like, you know what? I've got other stuff to do. I've got other opportunities. I've got other chances, and you guys keep taking too long. You're not giving us any information. It's all last minute. I can't commit to you. I'm going to go with the other stuff that I know is a guarantee. Whether it be Salt Mine, whether it be our event, whether it be... So I'm a little concerned about what FIFA E is going to be. Obviously, there is more than enough players to fulfill those rosters, but when you're trying to be the best representation for your country and you're dropping the ball on those representatives because stuff's, disconjointed, you don't have organization in place, a learning lesson. And it's going to be problematic because if it doesn't go well, it's tough to keep it coming for the following years. So we'll see what happens. Either way, a lot of community tournaments, a lot of things to look forward to over the next 3 months before we get into the RLCS again. If you guys do have any additional questions, let me know in the comments down below. In the description, you can find a link to that blog post. I'm sure they'll update continuously on it as well. But other than that, stop by the stream, twitch.tv/Lawler. We're happy to talk about it, provide details that we can, and discuss what you guys think is going to happen. Either way, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, helps me out greatly, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.